We're now going to look at exporting from Blender to Unity. And just one simple animation, and then we'll toggle off of that. But for right now, in this unit, we're going to be looking at a single animation. And we're going to need a folder. So a folder, I don't care what you call this. Woody the Doll. Okay. Now launch Unity, and we're going to set a project in that new blank folder. Create new project. We want the character control Unity package, and browse out to this new folder. Select folder. Great. Now, incidentally, if you didn't have that launched like that and you launched the demo, you can also go to File, New Project. Okay. I have a layout set for 4 split. You should probably have the same. The navigation for this is very simple. It's just like Maya. So we've been using that navigation throughout the entire series. Alt left, Alt right, Alt middle mouse button. And you can see it switch up here between the, so File. Oh yeah, let's go back to Blender. What I'm going to do now is take this and we're going to export it out. To do so, I like going into object mode. Highlighting everything. I don't think that matters, but I always try to do it. So File, Export, Autodesk Fbx, and I'm going to put that in the folder that we just made, and in the Unity folder called Assets. Here's Standard Assets, and I'm going to keep this naming convention so I know what's going on. It's not necessary for that naming convention, it's just me being OCD, I guess. Alright, so here we have standard assets, and here's the Woody character. Now, before we plop them out there, let's change a few things. One, he has an idle animation. It's kind of lame, it's just him waving, but still, for the 0407, we need to change this so it has an idle. And I like to start this on frame 2. And then we can look at where does it end. Well, it ends on frame 30. Okay, so here we can go to end frame 30. And for right now, since we're dealing with single animation, we can go to loop and then loop. Now, when we have all this set, when I drag out the character here, oh, I have to hit apply. Now I have this idle, and he's a little small, and this is to be expected. The Unity game engine has a different scale than Blender, but that's okay. I can scale him up right here. And scale's kind of arbitrary at this point of your education. Just know that he's in there and he will work. Hit play. And there he is, waving. Alright, now I want to set up a camera just so we can do this as far as a step-by-step process. You know, you have this week, you have single animation. Next unit we have double animation, and wondering how you trigger that via the keyboard. So, to set up a camera, we just click on the main camera. Then we just manipulate this camera until the blue area, see this camera preview, can see the entire character and only that character. So this requires you to be in all views. Then, what I want to do is create a plane. Okay, the plane I'm just going to set underneath the character. just like that. And I'm also going to create a point light. There we go. And the point light, I'm just going to change the intensity a little higher, maybe 20. More like the range, but still. That'll brighten him up some. And you can even take and copy this if you wanted to. You can copy it using Control D. So I put one in the front, one in the back. Maybe the one in the back just off to the little bit to the side. And now we have the character in preview. We can see this by going to the main camera, and you see I might have to drag it out a little further. I want to save this scene. I'll call it Woody Scene. And now that we have all this set up, we can now export it to a web. And I want to do that in another video because you're going to be referencing it all the time. So for this is just setting up an animated character in Unity and how to export it from Blender. So enjoy. Please move on to the next video.